The show has grown in size and scope over the years, but its beginnings date back to 1907. The first Detroit Auto Dealers Association sponsored the show and called it the Detroit Auto Show. The show was held in 1907 at a beer garden in Detroit. A total of 17 exhibitors showed 33 vehicles. As the years passed, the show became increasingly popular as the demand and interest for automobiles grew. The show grew and moved to several new locations. The first time auto manufacturers displayed their vehicles at the Detroit Auto Show was in 1957. Domestic models from the Big Three shared floor space with Volvo, German Isetta, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, and Porsche. In 1965, the Detroit Auto Show moved to its present location at Cobo Conference Exhibition Center in downtown Detroit. In 1989, the name was changed to the North American International Auto Show. Celebrating its 15th year as an international event, the North American International Auto Show is one of the longest-running auto shows in the country. Detroit is very proud of the stature and recognition the show has received and considered it an honor to be ranked among the premier and largest international auto shows of the world. We looked at some of the vehicles that are being exhibited this year. New designs and models were quite interesting. While we were looking at the new cars, we came across Gary Talbot from GM Mobility and talked with him about General Motors' mobility program.
This thing is so awesome. Well, what we tried to do is we wanted to do some mobility stuff, but at the same time we wanted to have fun with it and show something that's really exciting, something other than just the basic mobility stuff. So what we did is we put a really nice hood scoop on our Chevy Venture, really made it look hot. We dropped it down. We've got an airbag suspension on it on all four wheels. The thing that's neat about it, the reason we put the airbag system is we wanted to try and show folks that, let's say you had difficulty getting into the seat because the seat's too high for you, for whatever reason, there are things you can do to a vehicle that aren't terribly expensive that can enable you to do that easier. And that's what this will do, is you hit the button, it'll drop it right down on the ground, and it also looks cool. I think people with disabilities can help drive some things. One thing we can help drive is it's hard for us to slide across a seat that's cloth. But with leather, boy, we can slide right in and out. Well, if you look at a woman that's got a full-length coat on in the wintertime, or even a man that's got like a wool coat on, it's very difficult to slide in and out of a vehicle, so that's why we wanted to go with leather. And that's something that the senior population is really giving to those of us with a disability. As the seniors age, they have issues to overcome, and they have money to purchase product, manufacturers are going to have to focus in and find out what do they need and how can I best meet their needs. And in many cases, that's a parallel to not only what they need, to what we need as people with disabilities.
It opens up one great big market.
It really does. It really does. And for the first time, I think you're going to see many more manufacturers get involved with trying to meet the needs of the seniors. We're just going to benefit. We'll ride on their coattails.
I noticed in the back you have a whole different apparatus back there. Now, I never saw that before. What is
Absolutely.
that?
Well, you know, the pivoting and articulating seat's really nice. To me, that's the first step. How do you get somebody in and out of the vehicle that maybe they can't do it without having that seat? But what if they have equipment? What if they have a scooter? Now what are you going to do?
Oh, yeah.
That's what in the back really solves, is that we've got a system that goes into the third row seat anchors. No holes drilled, no modifications at all. It just snaps in place basically and gets bolted right in place.
From the factory setup.
You'll be able to get this through the GM dealership, so you'll have it installed right at the dealer. And then that hoist will bolt right on top of that securement system. Now you've got this integrated approach to the vehicle where you haven't done anything at all to the vehicle. You've just expanded the use of the vehicle. We're just so fortunate that we've got modular seating, flat load floor, wide door openings, and we're just taking advantage of that. That's why the system works. And now you can get up to a 300-pound scooter in and out of the vehicle easily, quickly, and safely, and secure it for transport.
Without worrying about if you have to stop quick
Absolutely.
or accident or something to break loose.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry that, oh my God, now I put this stuff in, I need to sell my car. Now what am I going to do? Because I'm going to take this terrible hit, you know, because I modified it. You haven't modified it, so it's not going to matter.
Yeah, if they have more questions, all you got to do is go to your GM dealer.
That's it. And
they'll
you know,
have all the information, won't they?
They'll have the information, but you can also go to gmmobility.com or our new gmmobilityadvisor.com. The Mobility Advisor is a web tool that we developed, And the web tool basically will walk you through some questions. Do you have a disability? Are you a caregiver? What type of equipment do you have, if any? Do you want to be independent? What your needs are.
Yeah.
And out at the bottom, we basically make a vehicle recommendation and say, well, given your input, here's what we recommend you go try. And they're just thought starters.
Right.
It's a place to start where today maybe you didn't have any place to start.
I sure appreciate you inviting us down to see it.
Thanks so much for coming down. We're just proud to have you. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks.
After we talked with Gary, we went over to the Ford Mobility Motoring booth. Ford Mobility Motoring offers help in selecting adapted equipment for drivers and passengers. They also offer equipment training and provide useful information about ways to meet transportation needs. The new models they're unveiling this year will be beneficial to people with mobility issues. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, give them and GM a look. It will be worth your time.